Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Supreme Racing League here at a very wet Monza. I'm Ben Rwaggy McConnell, and joining me on the caster's bench is Jamie Amkasa Elder.
Evening.
The weatherman. The weatherman has checked in and has actually informed me that qualifying is going to be heavy rain and switching to light rain towards the end of the session. And the race will be completely dry.
Okay, so we're going to see a bit of a mix in qualifying then. We should potentially get some inters then, by the sounds of things, if those people are brave enough to go for it.
Yep.
And dry race means the faster people are going to be pushing on these dry setups. So they're not going to worry too much about the qualifying. They know they've got the pace in the race, and that's where it matters.
Yeah, absolutely. So Crow, Lemon, Noosa, Hypers, De Kraus, Fred Joko, Hazard, FK Gaming, Yola Gamer, and Tom Yum to close out your 10, and then the remainder. So we've seen qualifying, you've seen the performance of the drivers. What's your race top 3?
Crow, obviously, unless something seriously goes wrong. Back in Hypers for P2.
Okay.
There's not many corners here, you can't crash out. Followed by his favourite BFF, Lemon.
Okay. So you're marking Mr. Consistency out of P3?
Yep. I did it last time as well, and he didn't finish P3.
Well, I've had only one 100% prediction record, and I do intend to make it 2 100% prediction record, and so I'm going to go with Crow P1 for obvious reasons. See, P2 is where I'm really struggling. I'm pretty sure P3 is going to be Hazard.
Via penalties or actually on the track?
Via penalties.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Hypers P2. So I've got the same 1-2 as you. Well, here we go. All of the cars are in their positions, all the lights are on, and it is time to get underway. And off we go. Look how fast the Crow was, and there goes Noosa. Noosa's really slow out there. De Kraus actually getting flying start. He's killing it down the middle. Lemon's going for the slipstream. He's actually going to go for the dive. Not sure if he's going to get it. He's not got it. There is a little bit of a run off there. Beaker. That was Beaker. Look, he's off the track, and he's struggling. He's actually not going to be able to make that move happen. De Kraus have the start of champions. He has flown all the way up into P3, and Noosa having the inverse, and he's flown all the way down to P6. So, unfortunate stuff for them. Hazard is actually recovering from his start. He lost a couple of places, but he is currently bringing it back. Let's go on board with him as he's chasing Noosa. Trying to
see a pass here. Good opportunity, long straight. Get the inside of this straight. And then you're on the inside of the Ascari. And yeah, that almost looked like a little lift there.
Yeah, I think it was keeping it clean a little bit. Oh, here we go.
Very well in the exit.
So as we come towards the end of lap 1, Crow still leads this race. Lemon is in P2. De Kraus had a monstrous start and gets up into P3. Hypers in P4. FK Gaming sitting in P5. Hazard in P6.
Right on the back of Hypers.
Yeah. And actually, Hypers is on the soft compound tyre.
Oh, he's going to get De Kraus, or is he? That's a lovely bit of driving from both drivers. But it's not done yet. Still not done.
They're still side by side. Hypers just has such a good exit, and that's why he's able to battle like this. But the Toro Rossos, they're teaming together. They're going to be looking to make an opportunity out of this. These Hypers are going to have contact. No, they've actually managed to keep it simple, but he's gone off.
And he's come straight back on, nearly taken out Hazard in the process, and has dropped right back to P7. Hazard's trying to find a way past the Kraus. The Kraus has, I think, let FK Gaming through. Didn't seem to battle too hard against him.
Do you think team orders played a part there?
I suspect so. It looked really easy.
Well, Hazard is actually slipstreaming the hell out of De Kraus right now. He's going to have a look for the inside. Here we go. Now it's going to be a battle of who can break the latest and not lock up. As we saw, FK locked up quite a bit, but he's still holding on. Look at that. That was a beautiful overtake by Hazard. Hazard is killing it right now. Do you want to change your mind about who gets P3?
No.
Okay. Is he going to be able to slipstream enough? DeKraus also has DRS, but Hypers looks like he's just a bit too fast. Here we go. He's going for the dive down the inside. They're going to keep it. Oh, Hypers did nudge DeKraus. Actually cut that corner quite a lot there. But Hypers has made that move stick, and I think he's alright.
DeKraus under pressure though. It looks like he's going to lose 2. Bastian going on behind as well. Richard being Yolly Gamer. DeKraus has lost out to Nisa.
Yeah. No, he's actually still ahead, I believe. Oh, yes. Yeah, he is.
Richard B and Yolly Gamer are desynced with each other. False alarm.
Oh, race leader has swapped. Lemon is ahead of... no, sorry. Lemon had to cut the corner. Locked up. But he did get a 5-second stopper. That is...
Hypers has big cut the corner as well. 3-second penalty for it.
Oh,
broke himself. Hazard up to P4. And Hypers is slowing down because he overtook someone.
Yeah.
That's a double whammy there for him.
I think he gave it back out of courtesy, but
he might have got a warning for it.
Yeah. Richie B, I don't know how he managed to pull off that maneuver, but Richie B managed to just slip down the inside of these two, and he's all the way up into P7 now. Beautiful overtake by him.
Oh, who's that? Oh. DeKraus! DeKraus in the wall!
He has. That is a horribly damaged right wing.
He's lucky to still be going though. And that's almost, it looks like he's trying to defend.
Oh, yeah, just a touch. He put the Williams on the grass. That was risky there. DeKraus has just killed himself. That
might invoke a penalty for later on. Unsafe finishing your race off. Oh, yeah, well, you'll get it before. Because FK Gaming made a massive lock up there going into Parabolica and has just gifted Hazard a place.
And DRS as well to go with it.
Hazard has DRS, yeah. So I mean, FK Gaming isn't out of this yet. Until he pulls out out of the slipstream and then really hits him. And Hazard holds on, or does he?
The cutback. Is FK Gaming going to be able to get the drive away? They are really pushing each other to the limit. FK Gaming is actually ahead of Hazard. That was a really good overtake there from FK Gaming. Really happy with that performance there.
Crow with his penalty of his own. But that gap to Lemon isn't just increasing massively. It's just goes up and down. So he's not putting that much pace over Lemon.
He isn't, but look at Noosa and Borderline. They are really battling each other right now. Borderline's on the inside, but Noosa's now on the inside of the next corner, and that means that he's going to have a nose ahead, which means that he might actually be able to hold this. If he can hold this line, he might be able to keep this position in his hands. P7 is still Noosa's for the time being. Hazard looking for the inside there. Oh, I thought he was going to try it, but no. FK running a bit wide. Yeah, just a tad.
So that means these guys are going to get a great drive off the corner right on the back of FK Gaming. I think Hazard's going to go, and Hypers, is he going to go down the middle?
Oh, no, he actually backed out.
Yeah. Let them take each other out, and you pick up the pieces.
Well, I mean, he could have just slipstreamed off of Hazard all the way through. There's no way that FK could have actually pushed Hazard off. There's no reason for him to feel the need to do that.
Here you go.
It could have been 2 places, but now
they're going to go 3 wide. They are.
Oh, this is going to be a deep one. FK is already getting a little bit all out of shape as they come into turn 1. Hazard having to actually cut the corner a little bit, but Hypers is actually in front of Hazard. Now their drag race is on, and whose tyres are fresher? That's the real question. I think it's working out better for Hypers. Yeah, look at that. P4 for Hypers. Now Hazard's actually looking for an inside dive. Is he going to make it? Nope, he backed out.
Very early on the brakes there.
I think he had to, really. There was no way that he could ever made that dive happen. I think it was just a bit too ambitious. Now Hypers is actually going for a move on FK Gaming, and he is ahead, and he actually made that look really simple. And then he runs wide, and that introduces FK back into it. I think he's going to lose.
That's exactly what FK did last lap. It's got a little bit off it.
Oh, Hypers. Not quite sure what that was. It looked like Hypers just kind of put FK across to the side of the track.
So, more slipstream, more DRS, more overtakes.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually been forced to the edge. That was very risky there by FK. Hazard needs to be careful he doesn't lock up and go into the side of Hypers, but actually FK gets penalised for a corner cut, and Hazard actually manages to take that place as well.
So Hyper's holding on quite well up there. As Crow has pitted, let's not forget, he's gone to the softs, and he'll be trying to get those to the end. And it's all going to come down to how the drivers actually drive their cars now. Because, as I say, these softs should do 17 laps.
Look at that.
And who needs 17 laps when you just got 1 lap and bang?
Yeah. Thank you for the P7. I will have that. Hazard's in the pits. Richie B stayed out, interestingly, and Crow is back up already to P3. He's already really close to the back of Noosa. He's now going around the outside of him. He'll be on the inside of the next corner, which means that this overtake should work out in FK's hands. As long as Noosa doesn't manage to stay alongside him. Yep, there you go. FK. Beautiful little overtake there. Good, smart, heads-up driving, knowing the next 2 corners and not letting Noosa capitalise on it. It does mean, though, that Noosa is going to be right there behind him with DRS, and actually Bodline, he almost went into the back of KGG, yeah. Oh, KGG locked up pretty solid there.
Bodline's through. I mean, Lemon's only going to have 1 lap fresher tyres, so he's going to start to be a bit naff at that point as well.
Well,
as FK Gaming gets past KGG down the home straight.
He has, and the DRS as well. KGG just had a lot of issues going around the final corner, which meant that he ended up running a bit wide and was a bit slow on the exit of the corner, and FK actually managed to capitalise. So look at the situation we're in right now. Bodline actually lost 2 places, and now FK Games on the back end of Richard B, and I think Richard B's actually just been spun into the wall. That was definite contact, and that is a right end play that is missing, and more. That's a horrific wing there, and that will probably be sent to the stewards, where we will have to see what the output will be by. So Hypers would need to make a major mistake in order for Hazard to claim P3 and ruin my prediction.
Well, it's just a 10-second penalty and a couple others.
Julian?
Once you've got 1 big penalty, you start making mistakes. Julian's past Beaker as well, yeah, sorry.
Julian got through there beautifully. Beaker squeezed him as much as he could. He left him enough room to still be able to stay on the track.
He lifted off really early there, just to make sure he doesn't go to the back. Saves a bit of fuel, saves the tyres a little bit.
I think that was more what it was, to be honest. I think he was trying to preserve his tyres as much as he could, knowing that if he's going to continue this battle and get to the end of the race, he's going to have to preserve them enough to be able to close in on Yoli. And look how close he is. Oh, Yoli again has made a mistake. Now Julian's going to go around the inside as they come into the next for the first Lesmo. I don't think there's any contact, but Yoli's had to run a little bit wide. And now Julian is up into P8.
So, final lap.
Should we go on board with our race leader?
I think you have to. Coming around Ascari now. Tyres look clean, don't they? Those front tyres, look, not a mark on them.
And it doesn't even look like he's driving slowly. He's done an exceptional job at being quick, but also keeping that tyre management under control. Look at that. You didn't even hear a single screech of the tyres as he went around that long right-hander. But here he is.
Like he knows what he's doing.
Exactly. Look, there he goes, coming across the start-finish line to take home the Italian Grand Prix, followed by Lemon 11 seconds after.
It's his home Grand Prix as well, don't forget. Half-home Grand Prix.
Oh, you got it.
Hypers took it.
You nailed it.
Woohoo!
Congratulations on your 100% prediction of the race. Well, there you have it. That is another race victory for Crow. Hypers in P2, Lemon in P3. That closes out your podium. Well, that ends it from us. It has been a magnificent race here in the Monza Grand Prix. Thank you all for joining us as part of the Supreme Racing League. We'll see you next week where we return at Singapore.